All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Quadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. This is a tweet, I came across yesterday that just reminded me of all of the spirits of vengeance, weirdos, the freaks. They say, the saying goes, the freaks come out at night, that are lurking, around. You can see in this tweet here, it says a man at an AMC theater in Arizona's Valley of the Sun unzipped in the middle of a movie, and he did the number one on a child sitting nearby. And then this is the reaction. You can see the video here. They said the crowd dragged him out of his seat and beat him until he couldn't stand, and that is how you fix this culture, immediate consequences. But see, what these people don't realize is that the rot is too far gone, See, these people like this guy, this weirdo, that's a Jake too. Or you look like it at least, This rot is too far gone, And now these things are going to come for everybody, and the Lord's going to unleash them on you, Because the Lord is sick of you. See, they talking about this is how you fix this culture, but y'all sat on y'all hands while America became number one and number two at producing videos of children and consuming them, You're number one and number two, Yet Matt Walsh is proud to be an American, This is the legacy y'all leave behind, Where do you think niggas are picking this up from, man? A lot of these kids that are walking around that kind of look normal, they ain't normal, Something didn't happen to them, all right? As you know, the Catholic Church has proved that oftentimes a lot of those priests, they themselves were victims, And, the Edomite ones, they don't really need a reason, but this is what you have going on. I'm going down to the second edge of the fourth chapter. It says, I'll start at verse 26. It says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away. And the Lord said that the love of many will wax cold, The love of many would wax cold, When the word cold is psycho there in the Greek, People are going to start losing it. They're going to start unraveling, all right? You got those particular movies like The Crazies, all right? Where something gets into the water, I forget the plot. Something gets into the water or the food or something, and people start losing it, man, And then that movie, I always bring that example out, that movie Kingsman, the first one, with Samuel Jackson, They played some kind of frequency across the cell phone towers, And that frequency just caused everybody to bug out, man. People in the middle of a church, go watch that movie. They fought to the death in the middle of a church, That's the kind of things that the left-hand witchcraft they got going on out here, man, So beware of these things, man, Because it's going to get real, all right? Those brothers that have kids and loved ones, hey, it's the mercy of the Lord that nothing has happened to them, That's why we fear the Lord, You got lurkers out there, man, and pretending to be the school bus driver. Before you know it, he done ran he done ran 42 kids into a shipping container somewhere. Nobody know what happened, There's horrific things coming, man, So this is the time that we're in. When it says the world hasteth fast to pass away, that's what time it is. Verse 27, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. Now, we can't comprehend the things for the righteous that are to come. What do you think the unrighteous is about to inherit here? Think about that. The scriptures go into the dichotomies of things. Okay. So if the righteous are about to do something we can't comprehend, about to get something we can't comprehend, what do you think these people are about to go through, man? Okay. We read Wisdom of Solomon 17, parts of 18 and parts of 19, those chapters, and you'll see what the Lord really did to those Egyptians. Okay. They said fettered with the bonds of a long night. So they could have been in there for years for all they know in that plague of darkness. Okay. It's unfathomable what the Lord did. And this is coming again to an even wickeder Egypt, man. Okay. It says, but verse 28, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. That's the main point. The evil is sown. It says, this is how you fix this culture. You can't fix it. Okay. Because these weirdos, they now outnumber you. Okay. All you women have been busting it open for these YNs and Pookies for the past, couple generations now. So now they outnumber the average so-called black man. Okay. You have a Jake, he on a straight edge. He's trying to be an engineer or something like that. Those guys are rare, man. Okay. In terms of them having seed. Okay. They have the least amount of kids because they're not chosen. Meanwhile, Pookie's outbreeding you 3-1, man. Who do you think is out there lurking in these streets, man? Okay. How do you think Chicago got 100,000 gang members, man? Okay. So those are seeds, okay, that got sown. But the real evil hasn't been reaped yet, okay? Look what they doing to this guy. All right? You see? Civil unrest. See, this guy here says, I thought it was a white dude. Nope. Oh, yeah, we seen this. Not sure I can really show that, but you already know what Jake had to get busy. Yup. See this? I don't think I can show it on YouTube. I don't know if she did it or not, but you see, this world is about to become violent. Okay. Now going back to 2 Corinthians 4, verse 28 again, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Okay. And this is why Ezekiel 9:4 exists. I'm going to get that in a second. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. All right. So there ain't gonna be nothing good to reap from America. Look at what's sown, man. It's basically been blood and deception. Okay. Robbery, theft, witchcraft. Okay. What do you think is gonna come out of this place when the harvester gets here, the reapers get here? Okay. It says, for the grain of evil seed has been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time. Okay. So just a grain of evil seed, man. All right. And look at how much has come from it. Now, how much has been sown in America? Okay. It says, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Okay. All right. So you talking about a seed that was sown generations ago, and it's just multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Okay. Verse 31, ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? See, that's America, man. America's a great threshing floor. Okay. You can't even imagine the amount of people that live here, and you're just trying to visualize it in your mind. Looks like that's why the scriptures refer to people as a sea. Because when you see enough people, man, it does look like an ocean. Okay. So That's how many people are here, man. And the Lord's going to melt everybody here, man. Okay. Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? All right. And he answered me and said, doeth not hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded. Okay. So he's like, don't worry about the time, man. Okay. That's above your pay grade, as just got told. Okay. But the righteous men, we still got to know. We inquire. We asked Yahushua when he came. Okay. When is the kingdom going to come? When is the kingdom going to come? Okay. And that's righteous to want to hasten the end of this kingdom and want ours to come. But at the same time, you know, the Lord set that barrier up, man, where you're not to know. Okay. Yeah, and it's vain, but we got the signs. We know what time it is. Okay. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay. And you go down to verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. All right. So these were signs the Lord gave us, man. Okay. We couldn't know the day or the hour. Okay. But we got the signs. You know, I believe, let me see. Verse 32, it says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, he putteth forth leaves. Ye know that summer is nigh. Okay. So we don't know when the fruit exactly is going to bear. But when we see the leaves growing, okay, well, that's a good sign that it's spring. Okay. We may not know that it's March, April, or May. But when we see the leaves sprouting, we got the season that we're in. You see? And that's how we understand that this thing is at the end. Okay. Well, all of these signs are coming to pass, man. Okay. So we know summer is coming. And when summer's here, that's when the fruit bears. Okay. That's when the kingdom of heaven is born. Okay. And you can't undo this. I'm going to end it on Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city and through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And we are the only ones out here crying and sighing, man. These Christian churches are not crying and sighing out about what's happening. Okay. They're crying about us. Notice they don't care about all of these kids going missing and all of this wickedness at an all-time high and people confounding genders and things of that nature. Okay. All of the violence going on overseas, all of the theft and robbery coming out of the United States Treasury. Okay. All of this economic fixing where you never come up. They give you enough to stay under inflation every year. Okay, all of this corruption while they get filthy rich. All of this, none of this stuff they're crying out about. They're crying out about the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. Who is really crying about the wickedness here, man? All right. Insincerity. The elect. Okay. We're the meek. We're the innocent. We're the poor written about in the scriptures. Okay. The brokenhearted. Okay. These people just want to live here. They just want a piece of the pie, man. Okay. Of this wicked ass society. The verse 5, it says, and to the others he said, in mine hearing go ye after through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. And this is what people, a lot of people can't swallow this. The Lord is going to jack everybody up, man. Old, young, even the animals, the plants, the trees. It's all got to go. That's how much blood is soaked into this land. Okay. And the Lord is angry, man. Okay. Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. All right. And the Lord has spirits out here to do exactly that, man. Okay. Whether it be a person, an animal. Okay. It could be a flood, a sinkhole, a lightning strike. Okay. The Lord got so many. The earth is basically the Lord's weapon, man. Okay. All right. And it says, slay utterly old, young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Okay. And a lot of you women are going to realize you can't get the mark on your works. You don't have it in you. You need a man of the Lord. Okay. Notice it was men in there taking care of that guy. Okay. If it was a bunch of women trying to jump on him, he probably would have got the best of all of them, man. Well, he definitely would have, because that was a Jake. You know? You see? And Esau can just pay people to go out there and do these kind of things. Okay, he can pay 10 of these guys to go out and do the same thing, and they all be Jake. And guess who Esau's going to be mad at? All right? Because that's how simple-minded these people are. All right? But going back to the main point, it says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So whoever doesn't have the mark in the sanctuary, that means you know you're an Israelite. You know who you are. You're going to get swiftly dealt with, man. You're the first on the chopping block. Okay? It says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So a lot of these elders, okay, you camp leaders that aren't sincere, that do things for you have your own agenda. Okay? You either want clout, you had low self-esteem as a kid, whatever the reason, money, whatever the reason you're doing what you're doing, you took a bag from Esau, you're just weak. Whatever it is, you're going to get dealt with first, okay? And the Lord's going to make an example out of you people, man. All right? It says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And we can't wait, man. All right? More weirdos like this, that the ones that don't make Twitter. Okay, this happened to go fairly viral. I guess I lost the tweet. I don't need to go through all of this. Okay? That don't go viral, okay? That's happening all of the time, man, okay? Especially Jake. They don't report you missing, you know? But that's really it, man. I just wanted to bring that out. I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rachakodah Shalom.